It has actually worked well as an experiment, as a pilot. We had done it. It has worked well, and of course, I hope that eventually we'll get to that stage like Estonia, where we can give people the access to vote from homes. Because I'm sure most of the IT employees would vote more if you are given that opportunity. Because otherwise, you guys don't show up at a booth, don't vote. No matter what goods I deliver, no matter how much you appreciate me in social media, you will not come out and vote. That's my biggest concern. But nevertheless, I think we have done some truly path-breaking things with technology, which are useful to the common man. I'm very proud of it. Likewise, we've also done a few other things. Social infra. Each and every time I talk to a prospective investor, they're always asking me about social infra. Saying, is the social infra in Hyderabad good? By social infra, of course, they mean the education, the healthcare facilities, the social life here, etc., etc. I think most of you will agree, if not all of you, that the social infra in Hyderabad has certainly improved. Of course, we still have, I'm sure you still have some complaints of doing excess in some areas and not so much in some other areas. I'm sure there is a fine balance that we all have to find, but we are getting there. When I said that there will be a lot of events happening in Hyderabad, we'll make Hyderabad a happening Hyderabad back in 2014, not many people bought it. But today I see, even day before yesterday, in fact, somebody sent me an invite saying there is this group called Agam from Bangalore who is in town. Would you like to come and pay a visit? And this was happening in Gandipet, the new park that we had built there. It was happening in Gandipet. So I'm happy that it's spreading and it's moving out of Hyderabad to the suburbs as well. And I'm delighted that Hyderabad is shaping up rather well. Now, coming to the future growth opportunities and what we are focused on, etc. I think one of the requests I have for HICIA, Manisha, I think you should start looking at expanding your horizons beyond Hyderabad as well. Because while we have, Venkat and others who are working in the Kompally area who are looking to push IT in the northern part of Hyderabad, and of course Manisha herself works in the eastern part of Hyderabad, entire Infosys in Pocharam continues to grow, and she can vouch for the growth in the eastern part of Hyderabad. We also need to start looking at areas outside of Hyderabad, beyond Hyderabad, if you ask me. We have, as a government, taken a very calibrated approach. We have created IT hubs in nearly 6 cities already, 6 towns in Telangana. We have already inaugurated the one in Warangal. We've inaugurated one in Khammam, one in Karimnagar. In fact, next month we'll be inaugurating the one in Nizamabad. Next will be in Nalgonda, then Mahbub Nagar, followed by Nalgonda. Then we are looking at others like Siddipet. We're also going to launch one in Ramgundam, and the list goes on. And what's heartening is, honestly, there's a guy called Sanjay Deshpande, runs a company called NTT. One fine day, a friend of mine, Srinivas Reddy Surikanti, he brings Sanjay to me, and he says, Anna, Sanjay is actually from Adilabad, and he wants to do something there. I said, what do you mean something? He said he wants to open a center. Adilabad, at one point of time, I remember growing up in Hyderabad and Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, was a district where no officer wanted to get posted. It was a punishment district. Nobody wanted to go there because it's like the northern part of Hyderabad, northern part of United Andhra Pradesh. Nobody wanted to go there. It's almost on the border of Maharashtra. But this gentleman, who's a true son of the soil, he's from Adilabad. He said, I want to open a center there and provide local employment. Today, happy to report that we have an IT hub also shaping up in Adilabad. Sanjay has already opened his office. He's given employment to 120 plus people, all locals of Adilabad. And what is even more heartening, like Jayesh said, the BPO, KPO kind of work is not what is getting done there. They're actually doing some really cool, cutting edge stuff. I visited a company called Soft Paths in Warangal, run by, again, a son of the soil, a gentleman called Ravi Chandar. Now, Soft Paths has more than 255 employees in Warangal. So I met almost 50, 60 employees one-on-one in Warangal. I was chatting with them, trying to understand what they're up to. What made me extremely happy and exuberant was all the youngsters who were brimming with confidence. They are working in areas like AI. They're working in very, very advanced, work that you would normally do probably in Hyderabad or Bangalore. And they seemed rather confident and comfortable. They're working out of their own hometown and they're working absolutely, fine. And the attrition is much lower. And of course, the aspiration to move to Hyderabad, to Bangalore, to the US is always there. It's always the back of your mind. But if we are able to provide a constant feeder of good quality human resources by way of task, I think there is no question there should be no question in anybody's mind that these tier 2 towns, especially post-COVID, where COVID has shown that you can get your work done from anywhere in the world, be it a village or be it a small town or a medium town or a big town or a city like Hyderabad, I think it goes without saying that the quality of life is that much better. The quality of work is even better. So my humble request to HYCIA, I think the time has come, Manisha, under its first women president, to start reinventing and start thinking beyond Hyderabad, start thinking and charting up plans to ensure that growth also happens in tier 2 towns. In fact, we have an industry veteran, Vijay Rangineni, who used to work at TechM as in a very, very senior leadership capacity. We have roped him in, and he's now dedicatedly working to improve our IT in tier 2 towns. So if any of you have any plans, I think please reach out to Vijay. Vijay will ensure that you get all the support that's required. And I have a bone to pick with Rajanna of TCS also. Rajanna actually hails from Warangal. Need I say more? TCS, Rajanagaru, Warangal, I think I'm trying to connect the dots. So please make it happen, because I think it's important for us to understand that, industry leaders like Infi, like TCS, like Wipro, if you lead by example, then all the medium guys, all the smaller guys will also follow suit. So my humble request to the industry captains, I'm meeting Chandra on 12th. I'll surely bring this up. I'll surely ask him how he can also help us, take this to Warangal. We were successful. We have been successful in attracting some names. Genpact has come to Warangal. L&T Mindtree, now I think it's called LT Mindtree. LTIM. They have, they have set up shop.